Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is an Object 261 and we're on the west spawn of Airfield, and this 261 is being commanded by Shadow Dancer. So haven't seen him before, but let's see how he gets on in this battle. Now, as some of you know, the Object 261 is the Tier 10 Soviet SPG. So this is a Tier 10 battle. So he's going to be facing some pretty big opposition. And his teammates are departing for lots of different places. But he's headed up to the north area, the northeast corner, northwest corner of the map rather. He's found his position and he's looking for targets. Okay, he's looking at the pass, but then he goes over to the south side. There's a Batchat 12 ton. Made its way around and he shoots a round out, but he stuns the 12 ton but doesn't get any damage. Like any good Arty player, he indicates his reload. 2/3 of the way through now, and he's aiming for the top of that mound. That's where a leopard's been spotted. Normally tank destroyers go up there using the crowd, and he's actually fired a round out blind in the hope that he might catch somebody behind one of those bushes, and now he's looking for targets on the south side. The leopard has been spotted. He wasn't behind that bush actually, he was a little further back. Although I must say he is missing some points, so I think that there's a possibility that Shadow Dancer did get a hit into him. He's almost reloaded, but that E100 is pulling back behind the rocks, so he's not going to get a shot there, but he can get a shot into that leopard if he can catch him. Right, he's looking for the opposition. Oh, there's a VK100-01P. Rounds out. And he doesn't cause any damage, but he does stun the 100-01. He's poked his way around there. It's a very dangerous and bold move for the VK100-01 to do, considering there's 3 enemy heavies facing off against him. The other side is also a VK. Other ones come back. He fires a round out. Gets a direct hit this time. 286 hit points and some stun. And his teammates seem to be capitalising on that stun, but he's lost 2 of them in the meanwhile. One of them was taken out by a 40T. The other was taken out by a T10. Now those 40T and T10s aren't in sight, so we must assume they're off in this corner, which is what Shadow Dancer was originally thinking. Some of the enemy team have made it over into the northeast corner and are firing on the tanks as they poke their head round. Okay, T26, T5, and he gets a good shot there. 191 hit points, 3 critical hits. He's ignoring the STRV at the moment. It's way back in the enemy base, but there is an E100, that same one is poking his head round. No, he is going to go for the STRV, dialing in the aim. It is stationary, but it's been taken out. So he's changed his attention back to the T26 T5, the one he hit before. Rounds out. Overshoots, splash only. 109 hit points, 2 critical hits. He is picking up some stun assist here, so that is useful. That VK100-01 is behind the rock face. This is going to be very difficult for him while the VK101 is still there, but that 101 on his team is safe now that the T26 has been taken out. Right, the enemy Leopard has made it all the way round, all the way forward. It's actually very far forward, but he's being held in position by an STRV S1, which is off to Shadow Dancer's left in Grid Square B4. So I think that Leopard 1 is going to sit there, trapped, whereas if he does pull back, he's going to get hit. Well, he has been hit, and he's been hit by the STRV as well, because he came out of his hole, and I think he's going to get wiped out very, very shortly. Well, he's actually taken care of the STRV, funnily enough, but he has been killed in return by the Jagdtiger. T10, that was one of the ones that killed one of the heavies early on. He's made an appearance, he's got hit. Managed to get 157 hit points off that one. And the 40T that also appeared earlier, and he's been taken out. And he was taken out by the M5355 on Shadow Dancer's team. Now that 101 OP has been rather silly. It's come up on top of the Temple Mount in the centre. I say Temple Mount because there's all those columns there, and it reminds me of a Greek temple. This is supposed to be a depiction of a Greek island. At least I think it is. Okay, that one E100, you could probably get a shot into that, but I think he's reloaded and ready to go, but it's a bit of a difficult angle to get it. He'd have to have that E100 come forward or go back in order to get a bead on it. Yes, I think he needs to go counter battery now, and I think that's what he's intending to do. Try and hunt down and find the enemy Arty, because there's precious few targets he can fire at up close. He's just doing a quick scan to see if he can see any tracer. Nothing immediately visible. Unfortunately, lost a T10 to the enemy M5355. And that 101 has actually come all the way round now. So he puts a round out into that. 135. 2 critical hits. Will he pick up some stun assist? I think so. That M103 should be able to put a shot into him. Or the Jagdtiger for that matter. He's indicating target. It's almost loaded, but it's taken out before he can fire. Right. He's got 1 standard round and 9 premium rounds of ammo left. So he's used up 8 rounds already. 261 carries 18 rounds in total. Okay, it's a bit of a lull because there's no targets in sight. Right, okay, we've got a target now. That T10's come out. Round out. Unfortunately, overshoots. He's getting hit by virtually all of the Arty on Shadow Dancer's team. 5 of them simultaneously. He has been tracked. So he's going to stay there for a little while. If the M103 can get around into him, or the Jagdtiger. No, he's going to pull back. And nobody's going to be reloaded in time to do anything about it. No, he's putting forward. That was a silly move. They will be able to do something about it now. The moment he comes into sight, there he is. Rounds out. And he gets a 19 hit and 2 critical hits there, 19 hit points. And he's picking up stun assist as well. Unfortunately, they've lost the Jagdtiger to the E100. He's going after that T10 again. Rounds out. He gets a direct hit. We don't see how much damage because it's unsighted at the moment. That Centurion needs to be a bit careful because there's there is that E100 close by. And we don't know where it is at the moment, but we know it's in the vicinity because it took out the Jagdtiger. There's the enemy Jagdtiger. Dials in. Direct hit. 256 hit points, 2 critical hits. That's a good shot. And he's picking up stun assist from the other Arty. Okay, the GWE-100, that's the enemy Arty, the tier 10 enemy Arty, has been seen and it's been taken out by Shadow Dancer. 164 hit points, good shot. It's a bit silly to come that far forward, but considering that the enemy did have an advantage. Right, there's the T-34 on the enemy team. And there's the E1, it's the Jagdtiger, and he's made a rush round. It's a silly move, because he's now tracked, and he's side on to the enemy Arty. And they're loaded, rounds out, directed into the side, 383 hit points, 3 critical hits. So that was a really dumb move to do that, to get tracked in that position. And that's going to keep him tracked until he can repair, and he has repaired now. But now he's got to face up against the M103, he's still stunned. And the Arty's almost about to be reloaded, and they'll put another round into him. Even if he takes out the M103, he's going to be taken out by the Arty afterwards. And he has been taken out by the M103. And Shadow Dancer picks up the T10. That was a good shot. So that's left the enemy at a disadvantage. Now they've only got the 2 Arty, the remaining Arty, which are both M53 M55s. And there's one of them making a run on the cap. Now, rather than going defensive, they've gone on the offensive. And they're coming around the south. Okay, Shadow Dancer fires in around and wipes that one out. 450 hit points. And it's a total write-off. It's a one-shot kill. That means he's got 2 of the enemy Arty. He's got 3 kills. If he gets the next one, that's a counter battery. He's got 2 rounds left, both premium. And he's reloaded. Now, if the M103 can sight the enemy, he's indicating to his team, Shadow Dancer's saying, I've got last 2 pen. The M43 on his team is in the south region, so he should be able to spot anybody coming up the south passage. It looks to me like the other enemy is still around their cap. So it's only the other one that was foolhardy enough to actually make a move to try and come round to this side of the cap. I suppose he wanted to do go hunting. But considering the enemy team still had a heavy tank and 3 Arty, those 3 Arty between them had managed to do 5 kills. That was a bit foolhardy. Would have been much easier for them to go defensive. And there he's been spotted, and he's heading down to the water edge. Now I've seen this done before. It's a very good hiding place, but it's useless when it comes to countering Arty, because Arty can shoot into that water edge hiding place. And the M53 fires over, and he's tracked that M53, so it's stuck there, and he can get the reload done. If he gets this kill, it's his last round. If he gets this kill, he's on for a counter battery and a Fadin's medal. It's moving, it's trying to get back into cover, but it won't help him. Rounds out, and it's a kill shot. 107 hit points, and the kill, and the Fadins, and a counter battery. And let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And sorry about that on the screen. And it's a second class tanker for Shadow Dancer in the Object 261. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, module damages or crew incapacitations. He got a Fighter medal because he scored 4 kills in total. And he got a Fadin's because he used up all 18 rounds in his magazine and killed the enemy with the last round. And of course, because he got all 3 of the enemy Arty, he gets a counter battery as well on top of that. If we look at the team scores, we can see that he came 3rd when it came to damage with 2,722 hit points. He came top when it came to kills with 4, and he came second when it came to base XP of 940. He fired all 18 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetrations, 8 splash, damage of 2,722 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 8 of the enemy, killed 4 of them. He did damage assistance of 95, and he did stun assistance of 2,579 hit points in total, and caused 11 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 59,202 credits. But unfortunately, because he used a lot of premium ammunition, a great deal, I think it was 9 rounds in total, he actually ends up with a massive deficit of 43,418 credits. He also earned base XP on a premium account of 1,410 experience points, but it was ×3 for the first victory of the day, and that means he takes away 4,230 experience points. So well done, Shadow Dancer. Some lovely shots in there, some really good shots, especially the ones on the GWE 100 and taking out that M53 while it was on the move, and also to loop the shell over onto that cliff edge and take out the final M53 to win the battle. Well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next replay.